how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link, and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hey there, kids, how are you doing? Welcome to today's class. Now, this is the last class as part of our illusion art course, and I am so excited to go ahead and have today's class. Now, in the previous classes, we went ahead and did a lot of fun and exciting things. We went ahead and created some beautiful 3D shaped illusions. Then we went ahead and created sort of like a pattern. We created a staircase, and we did a lot of fun things, right? So, today's class is going to be sort of like an amalgamation of all of that. We're going to be going ahead and creating a sort of like a 3D illusion art sphere, which also has sort of like a pattern on the piece as well as in the background. It's going to be something really fun and exciting to go ahead and do. And hence, I am super excited for today's class. Now it's going to be, like I mentioned, sort of like an amalgamation of everything we've gone ahead and done. So it's going to be, kind of intertwining the pattern concept as well as the 3D illusion concept that we've gone ahead and learned. So, like try learning this technique as much as possible. Try following through this technique because it can be something that you can use even in the future. And it's going to be something really exciting that for you can go ahead and learn and have a skill of. Now, before we get started with today's class, before I explain to you how we're going to go ahead and get started, let's talk a little bit about your certificate program as well as your submissions. Now, coming to your certificate program, like you all know, you're getting certificates for the work that you're already going ahead and doing. The only thing that you have to go ahead and do on the side is to make sure you're attending all of your classes. So, for example, it's a 4-part course, then you have to go ahead and attend all of the 4 classes. If it's an 8-part course, then you have to go ahead and attend all of the 8 classes. So whatever it is, go ahead and make sure to go ahead and attend those many classes of any particular course. Now, second thing to go ahead and keep in mind is to do all of your submissions on time. Again, if it's a 4-part course, 6-part course, 8-part course, whatever it is, make sure to go ahead and do those many submissions so that you go ahead and get the certificate right at the end. Now, apart from this, I always talk to you about your submissions and I always talk to you about how whether you've done good, you've done average, you've done bad, whatever it is a must to go ahead and do your submissions. Now, when I talk to you about this, I always tell you that we want to focus on one particular thing, which is basically improvement. We want to go ahead and see that you're growing. We want to see that you're learning the skills that I want to go ahead and teach you. So hence, do your submission. I want to see that change. I want to see that improvement. I want to see you grow. So make sure you're going ahead and doing your submissions on time so that I can go ahead and see your work. Now, since we've spoken a lot about all of this, let's go ahead and now talk about what we're going to do today. So today we're going to be going ahead and sort of creating a 3D illusion art, which is going to have a pattern and a sphere right at the center. So it's going to be a very easy process. The steps are actually very easy to and simple to go ahead and do. It's just that the end result is so beautiful and amazing. So let's go ahead and get started with everything that you have to take up first. So your list of materials and then the process. So first thing that you need for today's class is going to be a sheet of paper. You can go ahead and grab any sheet of paper you have with you. You can go ahead and take an A4 size sheet of paper. You can go ahead and take a drawing sheet of paper. You can go ahead and take a drawing book like I have here. Whatever you have with you will work absolutely well. The next thing that you need for today's class is going to be a pencil. So have a nice pencil to go ahead and draw everything out, because you're going to go ahead and follow the whole step of drawing everything out. And then we're going to go ahead and outline it. So have a good pencil to go ahead and do the whole drawing part of it. The next thing that you need for today's class is going to be a black marker. So have a good black marker with you. If you do not want to go ahead and use a black marker and you want to go ahead and use another color marker, for example, a red, green, pink, whatever you want to go ahead and use, you can also go ahead and use that. Then you go ahead and need a compass. Now, if you have a compass with you, go ahead and use a compass. If you do not have a compass, and probably you have something like a bowl or anything, a circular object that you can go draw a circle with, go ahead and have that on the side, because you're going to be going ahead and drawing a circle. The next thing that you'll need is a bunch of colors. Now, if you don't have colors like crayons or color pencils or anything on those lines, then you can go ahead and even take a simple set of pencils that you can go ahead and do your shading with, but just have something that you can go ahead and do a coloring or a little bit of shading with. The last thing that you'll need for today's class is going to be a scale. The scale is going to be utilized for you to go ahead and draw all of your lines. So I can see all of you have your materials. So let's get started. So step one is going to be to go ahead and draw your circle. So here you can go ahead and take a compass like I'm going ahead and taking, or you can go ahead and take any bowl, any cup or any circular object to draw your circle first. I'm just going ahead and drawing a simple circle like so. Perfect. Really well done. Excellent job. Very well done. Amazing work. Perfect. All right. Now, the next thing is going to be to go ahead and draw a straight line, standing line through the center of this circle. So here you can see I've just gone ahead and used a scale to do this. And now with a free hand, I want you to go ahead and draw a bunch of curves on either side of your circle or the either side of your lines. Now here you can go ahead and do 3 lines, 2 lines, whatever number of lines fit. I'm going ahead and doing 3 on either side. Now here these curves don't have to be perfect. If you go ahead and get them perfect, then great. If you don't go ahead and get them perfect, that is also fine. You don't have to go ahead and do it exactly perfect. Even if your curves are going a little here and there, it's completely all right. They do not have to be perfect. Even if you look at mine, some are not equidistant, some are a little shaky here and there. Whatever it is, it will still look good. So make sure to go ahead and follow through easily and simply. Perfect. Good job, everybody. Really well done. Excellent work. Perfect. Really well done. Amazing job, everybody. Good work. All right. Now next, go ahead and take your scale and draw a line right through the center. So here you can see I'm going ahead and taking my scale and I'm going ahead and drawing a sleeping line. Now what I want to do is the same exact thing as we did previously. I want to go ahead and draw curves now right from the top and the bottom of that center line. So here you can see I'm drawing the curves very simply and easily. Now since I did 3 on either side from my side to side, I'm doing the same thing from 3 on top to bottom. So you can see really simple, really easy. I'm just going ahead and drawing it. So here you can see it's sort of looking like a grid, and that's exactly what I wanted to look like. Now again, here you don't have to be perfect in doing it. It doesn't have to be equidistant. It doesn't have to be, absolutely perfect or amazing. So take your time and going ahead and doing this. Excellent work, everybody. Really well done. Good job. Perfect. Awesome. Really well done. Good job. Really well done, everybody. Awesome. All right. So since everybody's gone ahead and finished this, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my scale and draw a box all around my circle. Now here you can go ahead and draw a rectangle, or you can go ahead and draw a scale. I felt like going ahead and drawing a scale as a boundary for my circle. You can go ahead and do a rectangle. So either your tops can be a lot more longer or your sides can be a lot more longer. I'm just keeping an equidistant border on all sides or equidistant space on all sides in order to create sort of like a simple square. Perfect. Really well done, everybody. Good job. Perfect. Excellent work, everybody. Awesome job. Really well done. Perfect. Really well done, everybody. Good work. All right. So the next thing is to go ahead and take your marker and start doing the outline of this whole thing. So here you can see I'm going ahead and starting off with the center two lines, and now I'm going to go ahead and do the periphery of the circle, and then I'm going to go ahead and do all of the grid lines that I have. So here go ahead and do it as slowly and steadily as you can, do it as neatly as you can. Go ahead and try not to make any mistakes. Now obviously when we went ahead and did the circles or all the curves that we went ahead and had a guide to do so. I had the compass to draw my circle. So it might get a little bit harder to go ahead and do it very freely and easily. So don't worry about it if you don't cross all your lines perfectly or you make a few mistakes here and there. Your end result is still going to look beautiful. So don't worry about, making a few mistakes here and there. Go ahead and do it as comfortably and easily as you can. So as you can see, I'm also skipping on my overlaps like here and there in some spaces, and that's completely all right. As long as, I'm just doing all of my lines close to where I went ahead and did my lines earlier, I'm good. Perfect. Good job, everybody. Really well done. Amazing work. Perfect. And as you can see, I've gone ahead and finished up all of my lines. Awesome. Good work, everybody. Really well done. Excellent job. Really well done, everybody. Good, good, good work. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished up with your outline. So now we can go ahead and move on to the next step. Now the next step is going to be to go ahead and do the outline of our box on the outside and then do the pattern on the outside. So for starters, go ahead and take your black marker and do the outline with your scale of the box that we did. Now you can go ahead and do it this whichever box you did. If you did a square box, then do the square outline. If you've done a rectangle box, then go ahead and do your rectangle outline. Perfect. Excellent. Now what I'm doing next is I'm going to go ahead and basically draw a complete grid on the back. So what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and taking my marker and I'm going to go ahead and do complete standing lines from one side to the other, and then I'm going to go ahead and do sleeping lines from the top to the bottom. Now here I just want to go ahead and create a background in my box of the sphere. So the background is going to be for my sphere and I'm going to fill up that box and we're going to go ahead and create the pattern. So as you can see, I'm going ahead and doing standing lines. Now here, if you want to go ahead and make it equidistant, you can go ahead and do a little bit of a marking of 1 centimeter, or you can go ahead and just do it freehand like I am. Now here, you do not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly equal or anything. It's still going to look beautiful even if you don't do it equidistantly. As you can see, even in mine, it's not perfectly equidistant, and that's completely all right. Now you can see here from the top, now I'm starting and I'm again going ahead and drawing boxes. So I'm just going ahead and doing sleeping lines now and again. Even if it's not equidistant, it's completely fine. I'm not really worried about it. I don't want to make it as perfect as possible. I'm just, being comfortable with it and I'm trying to make it as, nice as possible. Perfect. Excellent work, everybody. Good job. Really well done. Good work. Perfect. Awesome job. Really well done. So as you can see, I'm just going ahead and drawing it as nicely as I can. Perfect. So as you can see, now we have a grid on the background as well as we have a grid inside my sphere. Perfect. Really well done, everybody. Good job. Excellent work. Perfect. Perfect, everybody. Really well done. Awesome work. Really, really, really well done. Good job. Excellent work, everybody. Good. All right. So I can see all of you have gone ahead and finished this up. So now we can go ahead and move on to the next step. Now, don't worry if you've not caught up with me yet. You might be taking a little bit more time to go ahead and draw your grade, unlike I am, but all of the next steps are easy as well. So take your time and catch up with me. No problem. Don't go ahead and rush into what I'm doing. So I'm just going to explain the process to you and then I'm going to start doing it. So if you are still, doing your previous step, go ahead and do that by all means, but understand what I'm doing right now. So my next step is going to be to go ahead and start filling in the boxes with color. Now here I want to go ahead and do it with the same black color sketch pen. I do not want to change up my color because then it will look confusing and it might look a little dirty. So if you've gone ahead and taken a red sketch pen, green sketch pen, whatever color sketch pen to draw this whole box, and take that same color sketch pen to color in the whole thing. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and color in alternative boxes. So if you start from the top to the bottom, then you'll do one color, one skip, one color, one skip, one color, one skip. Or if you do side to side, then same exact thing. One color, one skip, one color, one skip. So what you basically want to end up with is you want to, if you're looking from the top or if you're looking from the side, it has to be a colored box, a non-colored box, a colored box, a non-colored box. So you can see me doing one line of it so that you get an idea of what I'm talking about, and then you can go ahead and do the same exact thing. So here you can see I'm going ahead and coloring in one box right there at the middle. Now whichever side I pick, whether I pick the top or I pick the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and skip one box and then color it in. So I've gone ahead and taken the side and I'm skipping one box, leaving it white, and then I'm doing a color on this side. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and skipped and done colors right there. Now if I'm going ahead and doing the top part of it, then I want to go ahead and skip a color and then I want to go ahead and do the top. So as you can see, it's one color filled up, one color not. And in this manner, you want to go ahead and start filling up the whole design. If you get confused on how you have to go ahead and do it, then have a look at what I am doing and keep referring to that and you'll automatically get the gist of it. You can go ahead and get started or continue with drawing the grid if you haven't finished that up yet. Perfect. Really well done, everybody. Good job. Excellent work. Perfect. Really well done. Good job, everybody. So as you can see, taking my time, going ahead and filling it up. Perfect. So here, all you have to go ahead and do is to make sure you're going ahead and skipping all of the right boxes and you're going ahead and coloring it in neatly. That's the only effort you're going to go ahead and take right here. Now in this, one more trick that I want to go ahead and tell you is to go ahead and just look at the aligning box. You don't want any box next to another box to have color. So if you filled up one box, then the second box next to it will not have color. That's basically the idea that you have to go ahead and have and color it in. Perfect, everybody. Really well done. You're doing so well. Good work. Really well done. So you can see I've gone ahead and pretty much finished that down bit. And now I'll go ahead and move on to the top bit of it. Excellent work, everybody. Good job. Perfect. Now, if by any chance you've gone ahead and finished up with the inside grid, which is the circular grid before you, like before me, and I'm still going ahead and doing it, then you have to just go ahead and do the same exact thing on the outside as well. The outside coloring is going to be the same exact thing, which is you're going to go ahead and do one box and you're going to go ahead and skip the next box. So if you want, you can go ahead and get started like how I have got started with it as well. Now, a trick for this is you can go ahead and first do the entire boundary line, and then you can go ahead and do the adjoining or the adjacent all of the boxes, because it'll give you an easier picture to do it. Just make sure to not get confused when you're going ahead and coloring this, because it can be a little confusing. So take your time to go ahead and do it as neatly as you can. Perfect, everybody. Really well done. Excellent work. Good job. Really well done. Amazing work. Perfect. Perfect, everybody. Really well done. Awesome job. Excellent work, everybody. Really well done. Take your time in doing this and look at how beautifully the whole thing is coming together. Excellent work, everybody. Good job. Really well done. Awesome. Now here at this point of time, you can also go ahead and check that you've not gone ahead and mixed any of your boxes. Make sure you've gone ahead and done the whole thing. Now you can go ahead and have a look at my work right now, because I can see all of you are busy doing your work. So just have a look at how my work is looking right now, and make a check when you go ahead and finish it up till this point of time that you don't have any remaining boxes. Even if you have a few remaining boxes here and there, it will be very, very highly noticeable. So go ahead and make sure you've gone ahead and finished everything as good as possible. Now I'm going to wait here for a second, making sure all of you have gone ahead and finished till this point. Now you can go ahead and even make sure that you've not gone ahead and finished any of your boxes. If you by chance is still going ahead and doing your boxes, for example, you've gone ahead and done a much larger grid as compared to mine, or you've gone ahead and done like very, very small boxes, and it'll take you longer to go ahead and color in. So it's okay if it's going to take you longer to color in, don't worry about it, but you can do this next step along with me and then go back to your coloring as well. So what we're going to do for the next step is basically to go ahead and color the outside of our circle. So have a look at what I'm doing. You can go ahead and do it with me, and then after that you can get back to doing your coloring. So here I'm going ahead and taking my black color, right here, and I'm going to go ahead and shade all around my sphere. Now, if you've never done shading, it's basically like coloring. You can just go ahead and do simple coloring all around, or you can go ahead and do shading. If you've attended any of my shading classes, then you will know what I'm talking about. So shading basically is going ahead and doing dark, medium, light. When you press your color down, you will get a darker tone. Then you press it a little lighter, you'll get medium tone, and as you press a lot lighter, you'll get a light tone. So what I'm doing is towards the inside, I'm going ahead and doing a darker color, and on my outside, I'm going ahead and doing medium and then a light. So you can see I'm just going ahead and shading it simply. Now, if you don't have a color like I mentioned, you can go ahead and do this even with your pencil, and your shading for this doesn't have to be absolutely neat or anything. You can just go ahead and do it around. Say you can, it can be a little dirty also. It's not going to show, and there's not going to be any issue with the end result. It's still going to look beautiful right at the end. So if you go ahead and look at my work right now, you'll be able to see how 3D this is looking. You can see the ball in the center is sort of popping out, and then we have the background. It looks so beautiful and 3D. So now, since all of you have got an idea of it, I'm just going to wait for a couple of seconds, making sure you've gone ahead and finished it up till here. Excellent work, everybody. Good job. Really well done. All right. So if you're still going ahead and coloring your grid in, then go ahead and make sure to grab a picture of what I've done right here, or you can go ahead and just look at it so that you get sort of like a mental image as a reference in your head as to what you have to go ahead and do. A lot of you have gone ahead and finished up your work with me, and I am so glad about that. So I'm just going to wait here for a couple of seconds, click a picture if you have to, or grab that mental image if you want to. Perfect. Really well done, everybody. Good job. I am so happy with the work you've gone ahead and done. Now, if you haven't finished with me right now because you had too many boxes to go ahead and color, no issues. You know what to go ahead and do. So finish it up, click a picture, and do your submission. For all of those who have already finished with me in class, click a beautiful picture and please go ahead and submit it. I would love to see how you've gone ahead and done the day. Now, before we wind up today's class, I want to talk about two things. Firstly, the certificate program. Like you all know, you're getting certificates for the work that you're going ahead and doing. So just make sure of one thing, to attend all of your classes and do your submissions on time. The second thing that I want to go ahead and focus on is do your submissions irrespective of how you're done. Good, bad, average, whatever it is, your submissions are a must. So make sure you do your submission on time so that I as a teacher can see the improvement that you're going ahead and making. Like I mentioned, today is the last class of this particular course. So in the next week, we're going to have a new course starting up for art at the same time. So make sure to be there so that I can go ahead and see you then, and we can go ahead and learn something more fun. Bye-bye till then, and have a look at the submission video. Bye.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_app